And welcome back, everyone, to Summer Games Done Quick 2023. I am Spike Vegeta, and coming up right after this, we have another amazing speedrun of WWW. I don't know exactly how to say it, but we've got them art right here, and I am joined by the runner of and that is Metroid Crime. How you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Awesome, good to hear. Always look forward to runs like this. It kind of brings me back to similar with kind of that early 2000s, super hard indie game style, Super Meat Boy and others included. So for you, people know this game is brutally difficult casually. When you picked up trying to speed running it, did you find it almost got a little easier once you understood the route and everything, or did it almost become harder once you're like, well, now I've got to do it all really fast? There's no just inching my way through the game.
It's a little bit of both. When you're first getting started with the game, it does definitely feel difficult. You get to a point, though, when you start speed running it and learning the route, you're going to cut off your half your time every single time, for the first 3 times that you run it.
Second runs feel so good. They're the best runs.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. But then it gets to a point when you're trying to get it lower than 18 minutes, where it becomes extremely frustrating because it requires so much perfection with room transitions, just knowing exactly where you have to be when the screen switches to be in the optimal placement to make all the cycles through a room.
Yeah, I'm glad you bring up the room transitions, because to me, watching this run, that has always been the most impressive, fascinating part. A lot of people talk about in their speedruns, oh, there's no downtime. It's just go, go, go the entire time. But there's usually a number of cut scenes or when you go through a room transition. You don't get a room transition. You go through a room, and 1 frame later, you're in there seamlessly making your movement, having to know exactly what your visual cues are, while your character is also moving super, super fast. How difficult of an obstacle is that to overcome as a VV runner?
It definitely is. There are a few, we have an auto-scroller called the Tower. So, the beginning of it is, you have to actually pay attention because there's a whole bunch of skips that you have to do. So there's a little bit of waiting and making sure that you jump at the right frame to trigger a death at the same time so that the screen kind of scrolls up a little faster.
Oh, okay.
You manipulate the auto-scroller. And then there's a few sections where there's one in a very brutally difficult level. It's the second one we go to, Space Station 2, where I have a second to breathe because there is a platform that just goes across kind of slowly, so I just take a deep breath in and out and refocus.
This is your one time in this?
Yeah, basically in the entire run. Yeah.
The run seemingly flies by, and obviously it looks very, very satisfying to get to pull off.
Oh, yeah.
For you, there's obviously, you go to the speedrun.com page, and there's a million different breakdowns of versions, of categories, what you update to. For you, why are you so excited to get to show off any percent glitchless specifically here?
Well, it actually hasn't been shown off at a mainline GDQ before.
Oh, wow.
So that's super exciting. It's also just, I really like showing it off because it's super accessible. I've convinced a lot of people to run this game, and I hope more want to run it.
That's such a powerful feeling. I love when you inspire others to get into the craft.
But yeah, there are a ton of categories. Specifically, mine covers. It just covers all the levels. Despite it being any percent, you still have to get through all the levels.
Sure.
There's a lot of different categories, though. If you don't like this level, there's a level called the Gravitron, which is famous for being extremely difficult. It's like a 60-second gauntlet of trying to navigate through shapes as you're bouncing up and down automatically. So that's always super difficult. If you don't like that level, hey, guess what? There is a way to skip it in a different category. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Metroid Crime, before I let you get out of here, I do want to talk a little bit more about that and just see, what are your plans here after this run at GDQ? Do you see yourself jumping back into maybe 100%? Other categories like the co-op percents for this? Shoot. Metroid Dread, you got a lot of stuff. Sonic R? Please don't say Sonic R. But that would be awesome. I would love to listen to that soundtrack.
Yeah, it is a very good soundtrack.
Yes.
So I'm planning on, I still have a little bit of improvement that I can do to lower my time. Definitely. On the verge of a PB. I have a race partner, Indie Villain, who we have very similar times and very similar routes, so that's always super satisfying. We're going to probably continue submitting races to events. It was actually super cool because he's my commentator on the couch.
Oh, that's awesome.
Been able to play 2-player 1 controller in the practice room while we're here, and it's been
just
actually really cool.
Just busted out here on the GDQ stage.
Yeah, it's been so much fun. It's been so much fun to get to people coming by the practice room and checking the game out and everything. Yeah, it's just been super awesome. But yeah, I'm also I'm also a Sonic runner. I really like classic Sonic. I am learning. Well, I've been doing a Sonic Mania meme category called Hang Glider %, which is super fun.
I love this.
It's a short run. I like short speed runs. So yeah. It's,
Well, Sonic Mania, S-tier speed game. Definitely looking forward to that, along with the S-tier speed run of VVVVV. Again, coming up right after this, Metroid Crime is going to be showing off her skills in that. Thank you all so much for watching, and we're going to kick you back over to the front for more awesome Summer Games Done Quick 2023.
Welcome back, everyone. Once again, I hope you enjoyed that lovely interview with one Metroid Crime. We'll be seeing more from Metroid Crime in just a moment. I hope all of you are excited for VVVVVV. That's the energy I like to hear. And now when we went for that interview, we were less than $7,000 away from 900K. And we came back and we're less than 6. So donations are happening. Oh my goodness. Here is a $15 donation from Lord Bob Bree, who says, "This has been another great event full of fun speedruns. Let's see our favorite vampire, Acellus, take the stage this GDQ," which is a great reminder that right after this, we're going to have a Saga Frontier run, and there is still a story choice up for grabs. Acellus is in the ahead by a bit right now, but if you're here for Amelia's story, that's not an insurmountable difference in the least. So get those donations in. If you need more incentive to donate, we also have $5 here from Starblades, who would like to remind us, Clone Hero at 1 mil? Sign me up. Meanwhile, let's put this towards some more Pokemon Coliseum. Also, $50 from Prez Kane, who says, super excited for the VVVVV run. Hopefully, it's a positive force for good, and we can keep pushing onwards to that 1 million raised for MSF. There's a potential for anything with GDQ involved. Here's $50 for you from It's Lizzer, who says, "That was the last run I could watch live, so I'm putting in my part for the rest of the marathon. Good luck, have fun to all the upcoming runners. Less than 3. And they spelled it out so I'd know how to pronounce it. Thank you." Here's $50 from KCB, who says, "Happy Friday, everyone. I hope it's an amazing morning filled with happy vibes, lots of coffee, and amazing speed runs." Now, we can try our best to make sure that the happy vibes are continuing to be happy and to vibe, and the amazing speed runs speak for themselves. How's the coffee situation looking, everyone? Well, we don't need coffee to keep us awake. We don't. It's true. Because you know what we have to keep us awake? Yes, we specifically have VVVVV with Metroid Crime. So take it away, y'all.